Ooh, back on a beautiful Thursday. Sunshine, rainbows, birds, dog. It's a beautiful day. And like, dude, I have this app called my therapist. My homework, like for my therapist, like I have this app called Dailyo, where you kind of just like record your mood for the day, plus other things, but that's the general gist of it. Just like show your like she was just trying to figure out where my baseline was at. Um, And so it feels nice because like when I look at it, like days like yesterday where it feels like it's such like I'm just feeling such powerful like negatively perceived emotions. Like I'm just like angry or upset or you know. And sometimes I'm like, dang, this might be my new normal or whatever it is. And then I look at this app and it's like, holy crap! Well, for at least the last 5 days in a row, I was feeling great, and then I had one like meh day, and then yesterday I would consider it like bad or awful. So like, but most of my days are like good or awesome or amazing. Like, so in general, like my baseline seems to be at like a good day, which feels great because that's not that's not how it's always been. Um, so I'm glad to be back. Well, I was here yesterday, and that's like in the flesh, true me as well. But yeah, that guy was sad. She was upset. And today's just been a better day. Like, it's almost as if it's not that I don't have free will. Let me think of a better way to put it. It's almost like things are gonna happen in a certain way, anyways, and whether I overanalyze or not, it's just gonna happen this way. I might prolong the timing; it might happen or not. Like things will just unfold how they unfold, right? And like it's interesting. Like I've had a I wanted to talk to my old. I wanted to talk to my old supervisor for. I've been meaning to like. I've been trying to schedule like a meeting with her for like a month or two, just to talk about like my concerns, or just to talk about like where I want to move, or like wherever. But she's not really my supervisor anymore, so we don't meet any like that. But like she's just a great person, and I couldn't get a meeting with her. Like I don't know. She's a very high position, so she's just like always in meetings. And then like I'm just like walking around today at work, and then I see her because she works like at a different offsite, like at a different spot, and I saw her, and I was like, oh my god. She's like, well, I just got out of a meeting 30 minutes early, so like we can meet right now. Let's just do it right now. Like I'm so sorry, and I just like told her about how I'm feeling and everything like that, and about like this odd job opportunity that I could take or whatever, and she already had talked to like the big wig whose department this would fall under about me. She already talked to them about me, and she already like knew what I was like gonna say before I say it. She already knew about my concerns. Like she understood me. She listened to me. She it was like amazing, and like because I kept telling myself like I need to stop. Like after I reached out like 2 or 3 times to meet with her, I was like and like I couldn't get anything to happen, or she's just too busy, or she like I was just, what? I'm not gonna force it. It's just gonna happen when it happens. And when I least expect it, I see her in the hall, and we have this beautiful conversation, and I find out like I see all these TikToks, and like sometimes you just hear these things where it's like your name's being said in rooms that you don't even know about, right? And it was weird because I mean like there it is, like I've already been talked about for this position before I even knew about the position. Like it's almost like everyone they have like I'm in mind for this. Like this is crazy to me. So that's super freaking cool. It always works out perfect timing. Like as perfect as it gets, right? And like I told my old supervisor, I was like, but here's my stipulations. Like I want to be paid this much. Um, I want to have this work-life balance. Like I want to do this. And she was actually in agreement with all my stipulations. She couldn't give me the pay that I wanted, but instead she was like, "How about this? I'll give you, this salary. You have to take the salary that you don't want, but just take it, and then you can have this, amount of money in professional development. So like they'll pay for my professional, like will pay me to go to professional development courses. So it's like a bonus, like almost having a bonus, or like a sign-on, you know." And things always work out. They always work out. So it's crazy. It's a beautiful day. I'm talking to my family again, and I apologized to my mom, like, or just like talking to her yesterday and just being mad and just kind of like, even like not even yelling at her, but yelling to her about other people, like, and making her stressed out. Because she was telling me she didn't sleep last night because of this situations, and I'm like, dang, man, like, I'm supposed to be the therapist of my family, you know what I mean? And like, here I am having like reverting back to the youngest child, which I am, and just like having like venting to like my family members and having them to have to like emotionally take care of me, or not take care of me, but just hear me out, let me have catharsis. And I was like, dang, I need to get back to the therapist role, because I don't know if you get, like, if you guys, I was like, I'm in my master's for counseling, or I was my master's. I dropped out, but yeah, I did a year of master's. I just started in January. Did a year of my master's in counseling, and I did my bachelor's in psychology. So like, and I have been my therapist for my family for a long time, but dang. So I guess everyone plays a role. So I guess I told my sister, I'm like, I'm handing you the baton. Like, there's certain things that I just seem to not be able to, like, that are triggers for me that I need you to help me out with, right? So, anyways, other than that, dude, and I'm so hyped. Like, I'm just so hyped. I was like, there's Tipped Off is like a major, Smash Bros. Major. I don't know if it's considered a major. It's a tournament. And it's in Georgia, and I've been going the last couple of years, and it just got announced, so I'm excited to sign up for that. And then I don't know. I just want to like do more tournaments this year. I haven't been like I don't know if Genesis, which is like the Super Bowl of Super Smash Bros. Happened last weekend, and like I hadn't really been watching Smash for a while, and I'm like, it's kind of dead. Like, it's not really. But then I watched it, and I was like, reignited me, and I was like, holy crap, I'm close. I'm as close to the top of the mountain as I've ever been. Like, this is the closest I've ever. I can like see the top of the mountain. Or whatever. It's like I can see top 100. I can see taking big names. Like, I can see it. Like, I'm close as I've ever been. So I want to like really go to tournaments and try and get it and like fulfill that dream of mine. Like, to be on a top 8 stage and like do some sick shit with the crowd going wild. Like, that's one of my. I've been thinking about that for like 8 years, right? So that's hype. Other than that, I don't know. Yesterday I had like feeling a lot. I had to like end also the video early because I was gonna start throwing up, because like I had so much anxiety in my throat. My throat chakra was all fucked, right? And I had to fix that after the video was over. I let it over. I had to go fix that, or not fix it, but like tend to it is a better word. It's like a lot of this throat anxiety, just like a version of me. Like, it's like like it's me, but it's also like teenage me, right? So. And I know that because it was like the trigger that triggered me was like something that is like super teenage, like something that triggered me like as when I was in my adolescence. And so it was like reparenting that kid, and that's something I'm working on therapy, is reparenting the teen, because I've reparented the kid, the inner child. That's why I've been drawing a lot and doing this and just like doing photography and just being very creative. But there's a teen and that teen angst and like that the teenager that wants to puff his chest up and be like, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, you can't tell me nothing, like that type of guy. Like, he also needs to be reparented. And so I did that, my therapist always says this, it's called, you do bilateral, like if this really works for anxiety. It's not something you should do for anger or sadness or something. It's all different. You do different somatic techniques for each one, but for anxiety, it's just like giving yourself a hug, but also you do bilateral stimulation. So it's just like left, right. Like, you don't offbeat, you're not offbeat, you just one at a time. And like left, right, left, and at the same time, like you feel wherever, like you just really focus on wherever you're feeling the thing, like feeling the anxiety in your body. So like for me, it's my throat, so I'll think about my throat, and then just breathing through it. And I might gag a little bit, like I might trigger it a little bit, but it's like pushing through it to be like, it's okay. So it's like, and then at some point after you breathe through it enough, and I had my last therapist, I told you guys, he felt my throat and he's like, this is like the tightest throat ever. And so for us, it was like, he was saying that a throat, like the whole esophagus, or like the sphincter from your mouth to your anus should be like this. Like, it should like be like a jellyfish, but mine is just like constricted. And so he gave me some techniques, which is like, you take a breath in and like you vibrate your throat, which is just like you like hum. You just go like and I vibrate it, and so I'm like sitting there going like like in the wherever until it like starts to open back up, and then I'll start to like feel my throat. And then I'll like massage it, loosen it up, release it a bit. And then, so that's like the physical release. And then, like, if it's a more spiritual issue, it's like, reparenting that teen to be like, bro, I literally talked for another 20 minutes. I didn't realize it ran out of data. Like, I literally ran out of data. So, or storage. But what I was saying is just like, yeah, if it's a more spiritual issue, then it's about like reparenting that part of myself. Or like, I love you so much. Or like, everything's okay, everything's gonna be okay. Like, oh, okay. Well, I don't know what that's about. Just reparenting yourself and like a kid just being like, we're just having a little panic attack. Like, we're gonna get through this. Like, just trust me. I love her. But other than that, there was something I had to do. There was something I was like gonna finish on. I don't even remember. Like, that's. Anyways, that just sometimes happens, I guess. Life of. But, what was I going to talk about? Dude, Willow, watch out. So, I think I said, I don't know if I said this in the video, maybe it was afterwards, but, like, alright, get down. When, like, just now, when I was cleaning the house, like, I was scrolling through YouTube to just put it on a video while I cleaned, and I see this guy, and it was like a video like this, where he's just talking, right? And he just names it whatever, unedited. And I looked, and he had like hundreds of views, or like 1,000 views or whatever, and I go to his YouTube, and he only has like 9 videos, and immediately my ego was like, man, what the fuck, why don't we have views, like, we're better than this guy, all that type of shit that the ego says, or whatever, however old that, version of me is, right? And I was like, immediately, I was like, yo, whoa, where's this coming from, man? Like, we're not doing it for that at all. It's not about that, right? And like, we should just like applaud this guy, you know what I mean? Like, hell yeah, like, you're doing the thing, you're getting the views. Like, I'm hyped for this guy. He's probably so hyped for himself, and it's like, it's about changing that type of mindset. Even when I like on TikTok, I get so many views, like so many videos now with no views, and they have like 0 likes and like stuff like that. And it's a bunch of creatives, and if I like every single one of them, and a lot of times, like, if it's really like good, and I think that the photography is good, or whatever it is, or the drawing is good, I'm gonna leave a comment and be like, this is awesome, because it's like, I hope people would do the same for me, right? It's like, treat others how you want to be treated. And so like, I'm gonna like, I see all these people coming up, like they're doing the thing that I'm doing, which is like putting yourself out there, and so I'm gonna like that stuff. And so it's like, I've checked the ego, right? Or I've seen the ego so quickly be, try to compare myself, or like to like be like, to get defensive over things that are like unrelated. We why don't we have this, or like, we're better than this guy, or like, what the heck? It's like, yo, chill out, my boy, chill out. I don't know. That's something else. I don't know, but. Anyways, yeah, life's beautiful. I mean, have some bad days, but a lot of good days. Like, a lot of good days. And, like, man. And it was like, I was faced with some sort of, like, thing where it was like, what is the purpose, what is the intent of these videos? Is the intent of these videos to spread positivity or to spread authenticity? Because those things are different. It's like, later, after I posted the video, and it was like later that night, and I had calmed down and I reflected, I was like, should I take this video down? Because it's like, I'm being like very negative, and I'm kind of like spreading bad energy. I'm spreading bad energy, but then it's like, is that just some psyop shit where I think that I'm spreading bad energy just because like I'm expressing genuine like anger or sadness or frustration, or like. Like, is that a bad thing? Or like, it's like, I guess it just matters what I want, because then I'm thinking like, oh, I don't want someone to like get introduced to me by like this like very negative video. But then on the other hand, I was like, you know what, this is the real me. Like, this is authentic. I'd rather just like show myself in all aspects, because Because that's like the kind of point of this. It's like, it's not for me to sit here and profess about how great my life's going and like, you know, all these mantras I learn and how I'm like forever good and I'm never gonna be bad again, like, and I'm never gonna like get depressed again, or I'm never gonna be upset, or like I'm just like some sort of monk. But even monks like get upset, right? They just hold it in. Or just get they're not attached. But like, I don't know. I think I should be posting those videos, like, right? That's who I am, right? And it's okay. Because then people get to see all of me, right? It's like, oh, this guy's, like, it humanizes me more than any. That video, expressing deep frustration and anger, like, that is, I feel like a lot of times can be more relatable than this kind of, like, these aha moments or these, like, you know, the beauty of life type moments. Like it's, like, misery loves company. Yo, that's the first time in my life that I fully actually understood what that term was saying. Like, I kind of, like, I understood conceptually, but like now I put it together. Yeah, man, misery loves company. So I think people were like, I don't know, a lot, especially like the day and age we're in. Like, a lot of people are overworked and tired and frustrated and stuff like that. And so I think it can be more relatable at times to express my frustration, and like that's like as raw as real as it gets for some people. For others, this you know, talking about spirituality or my mantras or whatever, it could be different. But like the anger is part of spirituality. Like that's the part of, it's not about avoiding these like emotions or whatever. It's like feeling your way through them, and like knowing that it's completely okay the whole time while you're having them. Like that like it's okay to have these feelings. Now the issue is like when you start to like affect others with your emotions, which is where I kind of like am feeling strange about. Because I'm like, you know, if I'm posting that video, then I'm affecting people negatively, because I'm like getting people to rethink about their anger rather than like, you know, giving them a you know, a portal to something like, no, or like an escape, or like a way to take their mind off the world, right? But I literally just put the world right back in their mouth. Or like the way I call my mom, like it's like, you know. But that's also a part about being human and having people in your life and loved ones, like, so they can be your rock while you're like, you know, emotional waves are crashing on them. That like you always have to have people like that. And you know, I think a lot of times in religion it's almost like the woman and children rely on the man, and then the man has to the man can't like the man has to be strong enough, right? So like, so his children and his wife don't see him as weak, because like he bears the responsibility of protecting and taking care of everyone, right? And so like he can't really show weakness. And so where does he, you know, crash his waves into? And it's like either his mother or God, right? A lot of times it's you know, it's like God, man, and then woman and children, which I don't like. I obviously don't agree with that at all. I mean, but I feel like for a lot of men, like they just don't really have a place to kind of crash into, right? Like they don't have a way to, and they gotta hold this in, which is not a good thing, because like at some point it's gonna blow up. But like, no, I don't like believe in the hierarchy. I was just thinking in the way like the religion thinks about it. But like in truth, obviously everyone has a direct connection to God. Like no matter what, man, woman, child, whatever, you can all talk to. Yeah, I mean, children talk the most to God, or they have the direct link to the source. That's why they're so creative, and like they're just like so whimsical, right? But anyways, I think that's it for me. I hope y'all have a beautiful Thursday, and it'll be a beautiful rest of your Thursday, and tomorrow will be an amazing Friday. I already know it. And yeah. Alright. Guys, girls, gays, queers, non-binary, they, them, these are, any, all. There we go. Now I remember what I had to tell you guys about. Any, all. There's this Smash Bros. Player who his pronouns are any, all, named Triff. And I looked at that and I was like, any, all. So you could be anything. This is crazy. And then I was like, holy cow, that would be an insane reality TV show, like a reality TV show, like kind of like Love Island type shit, but any, all. It's called Any, All, and it's for specifically like for like LGBTQ community, like, and so you know, it's like you don't know what people are. like they don't. No one discloses like their pronouns or anything like that. You just go and you just like, it could be, you could be any or all, you could be anything, right? I don't know. I think it'd be a good idea, but could be totally wrong about that. But I just feel like LGBTQ people don't have like a reality TV show like dating app that they could binge like Love Island or something like that. I mean, there was the one that's happening in Spain right now, or whatever, those clips that were going around of like the guy watching the girl he liked, like he watched on video of her like, you know, having relations with another dude, and he's just like running around the beach like crying and screaming. I'm like, this is peak reality TV. So anyways, I'll see y'all later. Look at the dog, say hi. Oh, it's right where you don't want her. Come on, get down. All right, 10-4. Also, 10-4 is my favorite. No, here, let me see. My two favorite, like, not greeting, what's the other one? Goodbye, like, it's not a greeting, is 10-4 and Toodaloo.